Alright, what's up? Alright, let's do these synchronic calculations for today. Now, if you're not familiar with the 441 matrix, or before that even, the 260-day Zolkin and the 13 moon 28-day calendar, those would be where you want to start. For those who are familiar with this already, this is what we're going to be looking at to find out where we are to calculate these numbers, which are quite interesting to say the least. Once you dive into the system and you see the synchronicities, it's quite magical. So anyways, without further ado, today we are at Lunar Moon 21. That is a Silio day, heart chakra day. In the Gregorian system, it's September 12th. And it is kin number 12, yellow crystal human. Here we could, the one right there. I dedicate in order to, the galactic signature of it. So here we'll mention it, maybe meditate upon it at another time. I dedicate in order to influence, universalizing wisdom. I seal the process of free will with the crystal tone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of flowering. All right, so let's get to synchronizing. So first we're going to start on here. So that's where we are on the Zolkin, kin number 12. And on the 13 moon calendar, our date is right there, which is Lunar Moon 21. So if you look over here, you see the days, and the 21st day is where we are, which on the calendar, 28 plus 21, that means we are at day 49 of the year. And here we have the outline of the days of the week: Dali, Celi, Gamma, Kali, Alpha, Limi, Silio, which correspond with the chakras. Dali with crown chakra, Celi the root chakra, Gamma third eye chakra, Kali sacral chakra, Alpha throat chakra, Limi solar plexus chakra, and then Silio heart chakra. So see that all of them in this row is going to be a heart chakra day, Silio, which us being at day 21, that is our code for this day. So it's the 21st day of the lunar moon, and it is day 12. So those are the two parameters which we need to calculate these numbers. Now, the 441 matrix with the calculations. Now there are other videos explaining it a little bit more. If you're a little bit familiar, you may know that each one of these grids, they all occupy the same space. So if you're at that top corner there, you're also at the top corner in this one, and the top corner in that one, and the top corner in this one. This is actually the base matrix unit, and this is what you would kind of call the telephone switchboard, if you would. So these are the numbers that you would activate to access the different telepathic frequencies or other things that you may be doing. So finding the telepathic frequencies of the day, at least the main master coordinating telepathic frequency, involves finding 3 telepathic frequencies, each one of them based on a location on each of these 3 grids: the time matrix, the synchronic, and the space matrix. So in the time matrix is we are going to put in our 13 moon calendar date, or if you want, you could even just call it September 12th, and we're going to find that space on there. On these two grids, these are always connected with the galactic signature, or the kin of the day. And in this case, we are going to locate kin number 12 and find out the frequencies of each of their spaces on the grids. Then connect them with here. So let us begin with that. So I'm gonna write things down here. So today is Silio, the day of the week, 21. And then I'm gonna draw the cilioplasma and also the number associated with that, or it's BMU rather, 441. So whenever I say the words BMU, or if you find this in Portuguese or Spanish, they call it UMB. And its BMU is going to be whatever its space is on just this one. Now, bear in mind, they're all the same space. So let's say BMU 41, as we saw earlier, is the top left corner. So we got Silio 21 and Lunar Moon. That's a pretty important part of it. Lunar Moon, Silio 21, kin 12, yellow crystal human. So the yellow crystal human, as it's based on 13 tones and 20 archetypes, that is the 12th archetype and the 12th kin, and 12th tone, 12th archetype, kin, tone, primal 12. And so we are going to put the BMU over in these columns here. So for the yellow human, that would be BMU 318. And we're just going to keep filling up this page. So we got our time TFI, which TFI stands for Telepathic Frequency Index. We have our space telepathic frequency index. And we have our synchronic telepathic frequency index. And then those three are going to add up to our master coordinating telepathic frequency. Also known as the total telepathic frequency, which it calls it that in some of the books. Just see how this is lined up here. Alright. So the first thing we're going to find is our time telepathic frequency. So to find that out, this may look a little bit confusing, but so this is a description of how these connect on the time matrix. So we see there, see how it says Moon 1, week 1, and then an arrow this way. Moon 1, week 2. Moon 1, week 3. Moon 1, week 4. So moon is a month. So here we see that the first week of the first moon, or month, goes across here, which is also these 7 days. Moon 1, week 2 goes across these 7 days. Moon 1, week 3 goes across these 7 days, and then etc. Then it restarts back at the top. Moon 2, week 2. Moon 2 week 1 rather. So 7 days across. Moon 2 week 2. These 7 days across. Moon 2 week 3. These 7 days. So that's actually the week that we're in right now. And there is another graph in another book that has the numbers a little bit more organized. But so Silio 21, our date here, lands on that space right there, which we would see as vertical 7, horizontal 16. So we're going to look here, vertical 7, horizontal 16, and that is 352. So that is BMU 352, that we are going to find its telepathic frequency, because that is where we are on September 12th. So going to put that number there, 352, it's BMU. And now we are going to calculate the frequency of that space. So the frequency of that space is the addition or sum of that one there, that space, and then that same coordinate here, 55 here. So 55 is vertical 7, horizontal 16. And then we're going to find that same number on this grid. Vertical 7, horizontal 16, 140. So we're going to add up all those numbers. So we got 87 plus 140 plus 55. All right, give me a moment. I prefer to do these in my head. It's good exercise. So it's 182. 282 is our total. Right away, interesting number. 282 is our time telepathic frequency for today, Silio 21, heart chakra day. Now to find the other two, those are always going to be based on, as I said before, the kin of the day, yellow crystal human, kin 12. So you can already just put a 12 there, because we're going to be adding 12 to, or numbers to whatever 12 is on these spaces. So first on our space telepathic frequency, now this pattern goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So vertical 7, horizontal 5. We go to here, vertical 7, horizontal 5, 295. So we are going to find the frequencies of BMU 295. So keeping that coordinate in mind, vertical 7, horizontal 5 on here. Vertical 7, horizontal 5. So we got 45, vertical 7, horizontal 5, 30. So we got 12 plus 45 plus 30 equals 87. So that's pretty interesting already. You know, we got, because that was 87 was the number on the time matrix there. So next we are going to find, oh, sometimes the camera shifts a bit, our synchronic telepathic frequency. So we got 282 and 87 so far. Synchronic telepathic frequency will be based on the location of kin 12 in this green area here. It doesn't count the red ones for the kin's location. So kin 12 is right there, which is vertical 5, horizontal 13. So as the other ones, we're going to find vertical 5, horizontal 13 on here, which is 305. So we're going to mark 305 there. And then find that location on the other two matrices. Vertical 5, horizontal 13. So vertical 5, horizontal 13, 175. Vertical 5, horizontal 13, 183. So we got 183 plus 175 plus 12. Okay. So that would be, give me a moment here. I want to say 370, which I'm going to go with my final answer. Double check our math, because that's always important to do. Yep. All right, we got this. So now that we have 282, 87, and 370 as our telepathic frequencies, we can find our master coordinating frequency, which is the sum of all of them. So 282 plus 87 plus 370 equals, right, I think 739. Yep, should be it. Which brings us to the BMU for it. Now, when you get to a number that you added to, the formula that you do is you minus it from 441 until it's under 441. So if we do 739 minus 441, that brings us to 298, which is our key BMU for today. Now over here, also with 739, we find out what our kin equivalent is for today. So for that, this number, our BMU, it's always going to be under 441. So you always minus 441 until it's under that. For our kin, there's 260 galactic signatures. So we subtract 739 by 260 until it's under 260. So our nearest multiple there is 520. So in this case, this would be kin 219 kin equivalent. So kin equivalent You're 19, and that is spectral house of the world changer. Blue spectral storm. I dissolve in order to catalyze. Releasing energy. I seal the matrix of self-generation with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power doubled. So now that we got these, we also have another frequency that we can add up, and that is the total of all of the master coordinating frequencies of the entire week. So you call that the cumulative telepathic frequency. And here to see that, so on our first day of the week, Dali, it was 541. On Silio, it was 396. 668 on Gamma, 713 on Kali, 716 on Alpha, and 868 on Limi. So this is the addition of all those, and yesterday the cumulative telepathic frequency was 3902. So now we add today's number to that. So 300 so that plus that is 4641. So we got 44641 over here. And once again, with its BMU, you minus it from 441 till it's under that. So our nearest multiple of 441 is 4410, 4410. So minus it by that, and that gives us a BMU. So minus equals 231. BMU 231. Great number. Rules the second time dimension. And our kin equivalent. So you can kind of think of there being like 3 kin equivalents for the day. Our normal kin, kin 12, kin equivalent 219, spectral house of the world changer, and our last one, so 4641. And that would be kin, 221. And again, you minus it by 260 until it's under 260. So that one, I do it really like weird in my head fast. Like I use 3900 there. So I was like, oh, it's 741. 741 is kin 221 because we got 739 here. So that would be 3900 and then 4160 to 2420. Yeah, I mean, $44.20. So that minus that is kin 221. Cosmic house of the primal force. I endure in order to nurture, transcending being. I seal the input of birth with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of life force. And so here's the calculations for today. Now, one last thing that you would want to do is, like, you know, there are multiple layers to it, but this is pretty much the basic of it, right? The BMUs are all musical notes as well, so we can convert those into notes. So they go by the octaves of 8. So 352, that's a multiple of 8. So that automatically is a do flat, whatever the next octave up is. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. BMU 295. So that would be C note. 305, our nearest multiple, it goes 312. Before that's 304. So that is a do. Start of it. Do. 298. BMU 298. Oh yeah, it's good to see on here too. Right there. And that is a... So 295 is a C, right? 296 is a do flat, and then it restarts again. 297 is a do, and then 298 would be a re. And then for our number down here, BMU 231, that is a C. So there we got the notes that correspond to that. And you could also, as another step, although I don't want to make this video too long, is find the hollow mind perceiver locations of them on here. So real quickly we can do that. We got BMU 352, that is a positive 7. BMU 295 is a negative 8. So we got positive 7 and negative 8. That's a negative 1 total. We got BMU 305, which is a positive 8. So that brings things to a positive 7 total. And then BMU 298 is ESP output. BMU 231 is 26 over here. And there you have it for them. And you can activate them with your mind as well, which, you know, we can do that right now. And there they are, activated, channeling the frequencies, and all, like, you can decode a bunch of things into here. Like, you can look and break down the numbers into any of the numbers into what their factors are, or their numerology, or anything that you're called to do. Connect it with other parts of the 441 matrix, like 282. That's the number of the blue eagle. And it's wherever you look, wherever stone you wish to unturn, there may be something to see, there might not. Often there is. So in Lakesh, everybody, one love. Oh yeah, interesting enough, my personal kin equivalent of my total is actually yellow crystal human. So in Lakesh, kin 78 out.